Hello, people. It is March 5th at about 7:13 here Eastern Standard Time. And this is a video not a lot of people get to see. Some have seen it on Facebook before in the past. I've had this condition a while. 2012 was when I first showcased it on Facebook and having to learn to walk again. But I've had these, I call them dystonic episodes. Basically, dystonia means bad muscle movement. So it's like a muscle spasm, except they're contortions. And I like what you normally think. And they'll occur every so often without warning. And this is what it looks like. And it's very painful. You're crooked and like this. I look straight. So if I relax, here's what I look like. It's very painful. Your drool is not wonderful. You're crooked. And you like my shirt, it says pharmacist. I was a pharmacist. This is why I'm applying. And I did apply for SSDI and been denied because my condition wasn't listed on their criteria, which is stupid. It's adverse events from medications I should never have been on in the first place. And now, thank God, other people can get help. And for this condition, these bad movements, also known as tardive dyskinesia, also have conversion disorder too, and PNES. So that comes from severe torture over time, and eventually, the body experiences too much emotional pain, and it splits itself into physical pain. So with that condition, I have like heat intolerance. If it's too hot or too cold, like read up like this, like T-Rex. But with the episode like this, I'm like this. It's very painful. You've seen some videos online over the years. Here it is. Here's what it looks like. It hurts. And mobility becomes the issue. That's why I want a wheelchair. And when you're like this, looking at a kid saying hello, hi kid, kids run away and they get scared. Hence I have social anxiety and PTSD, of course. But it's hard to have to re-explain over and over and over. I can't help this condition. I can't fix this. Medications make it livable for me. And that's all I can do. And I'm court-ordered medications that make this condition worse because I told the truth. And a lot of people, there's so much medical malpractice is insane. Because this is abuse. Like, people might get shot at with guns, but when you threaten people with Haldol shots, and which makes this even worse and intolerable, it's torture. And people laugh and think it's funny when you look like this and hurt. And it's like, it's very painful. And it's like, I've hidden my physical pain for so long. Because growing up was real hard. I got hit a lot. It was not, I did not have a good childhood at all. All this stuff up on social media is true about me. Like, I've been hurt that many times, raped that many times, that many bad things happened to me. And I was a whistleblower pharmacist. I caught retaliation. I told the truth. I told the truth to judges and everything. So it's been a wild, crazy ride being silent for so long so FBI could hurry up their investigations and finish. So I've never done anything wrong. Never done any crime. I just happened to go to work that day as a pharmacist at Rite Aid, and here pops the State Board of Pharmacy, and it's like, find the scripts. What scripts? And there's this pile of scripts all in different, what we call script folders that you put a rubber band around, about like 10 to 12 of them, and I had to go through them as fast as I could before the techs and everybody got there. I found enough scripts to prove fraud. The agent faxes, gives me his card, and hauls butt. And I'm like, I'm doomed. Because I worked at Rite Aid at Woodrow Wilson. It's gang territory, and I knew from what I found I was a goner because literally my whole crew was guilty, except probably one person, two people. And either way, I got down and prayed, and it was called crazy. Prayed. And when you get called crazy, you get called delusional. And people come at you with these antipsychotic shots and hurt you. They will hurt you. This is irreparable damage. But what can I do? Nothing. But I enjoy music. I've been in like countless hours of group therapy. And people are like, what's wrong with your voice? This and that. Well, look, your vocal cords would change too. But I try to look at the positive side of things. And I have a sense of humor. So, dark sense of humor. And I am a doctor of pharmacy. I'm Dr. Mary Kim Dukes. My degree says Dr. Mary Kim Sneary. And Sneary was my maiden name. I've been married before. My first married name was Townsend, and he was abusive in his own ways. And then I remarried way later. Been in school forever, so I'm only 41. And yes, I've had time to have a big past. And I remarried my 15-year-old sweetheart. And his last name's Dukes, so I'm Dr. Mary Kim Dukes. So hi, I'm really nice. And in wards, I had to prove over and over I'm not violent. I got labeled homicidal, violent, all that. And it began with my dad, who set me up and labeled me homicidal and literally took my gun and shot it. And then hands me the magazine when I run back home on a cell phone call. My husband saying, oh my God. And throws the magazine at me, wipes off his fingerprints off the gun, and then hands me back the gun. I knew immediately, I'm not stupid. What the hell? I go put it up, call 911, and guess what? I'm thrown to St. Dominic's ward. And guess what there? He lies, says I'm homicidal. I get outdawed, and lo and behold, the same crew there at St. Dominic's Psychiatric, who I had reported for Percocet prescription fraud, was still there. And what happened, DEA? Well, they took vengeance on me and gave me overdoses of antipsychotic on purpose, and I ended with this condition. And I've been silent, and I don't have to be anymore. But hi, I'm still alive. All you mean, corrupt asshats. I'm just, my life. But I'm still here, and I got a sense of humor. Deadpool's my favorite character. And I'm going to show you my sense of humor if you haven't seen it by now. Got lots of shirts. This one says pharmacist, noun, pharmacist. Someone who does precision guesswork based on unreliable data provided by those of questionable knowledge. Also see legal drug dealer. So you have to have some kind of, humor. I mean, it took me 4 years, even having to get medicines, for me not to be ashamed to look at a pharmacy shelf and them working, because I felt so embarrassed that I wasn't working. And I wanted to work. I love being a pharmacist. But so much has happened. 10 detainments. And for lacking the mental capacity and for not tons of medical malpractice and abuse. And there's so much abuse in the mental health care system. Even they know it. And so many court dates, because each one you get a court. And to prove back all my competency, everything back, this last year was awful. And I had to get patient advocacy. Oh my God. But welcome. I can't go to Lent today in church to get a, because I can't be sitting in a pew, because people are scared of me. This is not schizophrenia type, oh no, yeah, she's a zombie. No, this is adverse serious effects of medications that if you don't have the diagnoses, because people lied about it, you're going to get permanent side effects. What can you do? The law's here. So my husband realizes he messed up, and all my friends are really not, we're not good friends. And it doesn't matter. But this is me. I'm a nice person. But I've been crossed. And I've done nothing but tell the truth. So karma is a bitch. And justice is just justice. But, yeah. I do what I can with my disabilities. But we're not perfect. And at least this last hospital ward visit has plenty of camera footage to show what it's like for me. So if you're a person that thinks I don't deserve disability because I left my job because of everything that was happening there, because I'm a pharmacist that didn't want to die, you're a mean person. And I have collected not a cent, and I've been quiet since. And I don't know what all's going in government, but, you know, I paid into the system since I was 15. I had a job. I had long jobs worked long years for companies. Great employee. So the fact that people had such a bigger addiction to narcotics in the pharmacy and to power and gangs and violence and even police corruption, I was only going to have to suffer so long. And I kept praying to God. And God is good. But I just wanted to make a video so you could see it. And this is not too bad. But be kind to people. And if it wasn't for the internet and me being able to have church online every morning with the church that is my old church back home in Madison, where I'm not at because I'm here in Chesapeake, Virginia. My husband's in the Navy. It wasn't a lie. He's a naval chief. And at least with Mass every morning, it gives me faith. And that's what I need. And that helps me get through. Also, you know, the advantage is you get used to coffee, so I can hold it different ways. So, hi, and peace for the world. And you really can't judge people by disabilities. Everybody's different ones. And you can't judge people either, because some people have scars that are emotional and you can't see. I actually have a real scar from when a dog bit me when I was little and I had to go to court. And I was 5, and that was traumatic. Don't want to go over that again, but very few people notice my real scar. And 2 people did, actually. It was amazing. But you got to think, when you get detained to these wards, you're stripped naked. They got to look at you via tattoos, all that. I have lost all dignity as a doctor for telling the truth. But thank God I whistle blew. I grabbed attention of the Attorney General, and he double shaded me and wanted my dad's company and all the affiliates. And you can look at government and see what's going backwards. I wouldn't lie. And this is not fair for someone to live like this. But hey, retaliation really happened that quick. And you can't cover it up. And this is cruel, but I'm glad that FBI is cleaning up, CIA is cleaning up, everybody cleaning up, and I'm not going to stop writing, just like that agent from the Attorney General's office said, I ain't going to stop writing. So, be good to each other. there's so much going on in the world and so many wars, and yet we're so worried about our smartphone. Maybe we have compassion for people, because I've been on both sides. Because when I was an extern working on getting my pharmacy doctorate finished, I had to work in the mental wards, and I saw the abuse there. So to have to be thrown 12 years onto the other side for almost a year plus in them, yeah, I'm no joke. But I'm glad all that was on camera footage. And all the police brutality that happened last year in handcuffs. And even the cops trying to cover up their body cams. Y'all are just glad I didn't get more lawyers. But thank y'all for listening. Have a blessed Lent. And it's a year of reflection for everybody. And I had that wonderful cross put on me last year and was put into hell. But Jesus saved me. Not because he literally came down and lifted me up and all this. No, he gave me the knowledge to understand enough what's going on. And I'm not stupid, and I helped others. And the faith to not give up. Though it hurts to live like this, to not give up. To tell people, hey, testimonies are important, and testifying about your faith is the utmost important. And my child is raised in church, and I love church. And what's wrong with that? I think nothing. Thank y'all for listening.